the histories. So Kerry James Marshall, the history here in central London at the Royal Academy of the Arts. So I came to see the exhibition of Kerry James Marshall at the Royal Academy, which is the building behind me. You can see the poster on the far end, and yeah, this is a busy road in central London. On this way you go for Green Park Station, and that way you go to Piccadilly Circus. So this is the art where Kerry James Marshall is presenting the most updated work. He's an African American, and he have his work here. Way of the UK audience to get to see his work. So I'm privileged, and I'm happy to be able to be here to see his work. He opened on the 20th of September, and the exhibition goes on until the 18th of January. So as you can see, this is very busy roads, lots of people walking around, and yeah, Kerry James Marshall in London. Kerry James Marshall is currently on show here at the Royal Academy of the Arts, which is behind me. Kerry James Marshall is an African American painter and artist who has been painting for the past 5 decades. His work is ways of narrating and describing history, a black presence in history, how art is giving an understanding of historical perspectives. In the exhibition at Royal Academy of the Arts, he has 11 different rooms full of his work, and he brings to London his work for the UK audience. But yeah, this is a busy road. As you can see, this is very busy at the moment. I'm currently at the entrance of the Royal Academy of the Arts. I came for the exhibition and to see Kerry James Marshall's work. Yes, Kerry James Marshall is here in London at the Royal Academy of the Arts. He's an artist, he's an African American artist who is now exhibiting his work here in London at the Royal Academy of the Arts. And this is the entrance of the Royal Academy of the Arts. As you can see, it's quite busy, lots of people passing by, and that's the main road of the Royal Academy of the Arts. And yeah, this is an opportunity to see Kerry James Marshall. The exhibition opened on the 20th of September, and it goes on until the 18th of January 2026. So yeah, Kerry James Marshall here in London, and I look forward to go and see his work. Kerry James Marshall is here at the Royal Academy of the Arts in central London. Kerry James Marshall is an African American artist and painter who has been producing and making art and painting for the past 5 decades, and he's here presenting his work in London at the Royal Academy of the Arts, which is this building. That's you can see the poster of Kerry James Marshall at the Royal Academy of the Arts. The exhibition has 11 different rooms, and has been divided into different sections that narrate the works of Kerry James Marshall. It's a privilege to have the opportunity to come and see the works of Kerry James Marshall. He is a very important artist black artists in the contemporary world. And as you can see here is the entrance for the exhibition, and has some statue outside, and the entrance has quite a large space, and that's the main door to go outside of the space of the exhibition. But yeah, the exhibition is here at the of the arts, and rare pieces of work of Kerry James Marshall is also on display to the public. The exhibition actually opened on the 20th of September, and it goes on until the 18th of January 2025. So this is an opportunity to see his work. If you're around London and have the time, I really recommend to come and see the works of Kerry James Marshall, and to also give a support. I am literally outside, just in front of Kerry James Marshall new exhibition here at the Royal Academy of the Arts. This is that's the poster of the exhibition. Just here, this is the bookshop, Royal Academy of the Arts bookshop, and where one can get the catalogue of the exhibition. I think the catalogue of the exhibition is here. That's Kerry James Marshall, the histories, where we able to see the works of Kerry James Marshall here in London. For the larger audience, we have the opportunity to see his work, his painting. He's one of the prolific and dynamic contemporary black artists in the world now. So we have the opportunity to be able to see his amazing paintings. He has a large murals paintings that we have the opportunity to see here in London. I think this is one of the largest works of Kerry James Marshall presented to an audience here in London. And that entrance, as you can see, Kerry James Marshall, the histories, Academy of the Arts. Yeah, his work deserves our help, our support, deserves to be valued. And here at the Royal Academy of the Arts in London, the exhibition opened on the 20th of January, no, 20th of September 2025, and the exhibition will go on up until the 18th of January 2025. So if you're in London and have the time, I really recommend. It's worth come and give a support to the work of Kerry James Marshall. I am currently at the Kerry James Marshall exhibition at the Royal Academy of the Arts, and this is the first room that we see as we enter the exhibition. This is it's called the Academy, where the paintings of Kerry James Marshall is based on his experience in the Academy, and he gives representation of black figures, and also focus on the audience, of the black audience as well, as a center of the piece room. There is 5 different pieces. So this is actually the first piece that we see as we enter the room. So yeah, so this is the Academy room, the first room as we come to see the exhibition, where he
uses painting, the idea of black figures using paint as a way of expression. So the painting is actually done on a black female preparing to do a painting. So, and then on this side we see a black male as well holding the paint, and the piece is called Untitled, and this was done in 2008. So yeah, and that one is a painting with a barber shop on the background, and with a black figure as well. So, and then on this large paint we can see a black figure on the background, and is full of color and dynamic, with emphasizing on black figures, and with the red as well on the background. This is the first room, and then if you look at the walls in the exhibition in this room, the wall is painted in red. So yeah, so here we get to see how talented is Kerry James Marshall. This is the room of the Invisible Man. So in this room we have the opportunity to see Kerry James Marshall works that depict the invisible black Americans experience. So he uses figures that are completely black or very dark and black as an interpretation of the invisible experience that black people experienced in America. So in here we see how invisible black experience in America, the oppression they suffered. So Kerry James Marshall tell us through paintings how the black representation in America, and it was through the influence of Ralph Ellison novel that Kerry James Marshall used as an inspiration to create his painting. So this room in the exhibition is centered on a black and white canvas, and having the black canvas with a figure that you rarely see, and then on that one as well, black figure on a yellow. Very interesting painting that Kerry James Marshall did, and is here Royal Academy of the Arts. So we have the opportunity to see the narrative representation and ideas, concepts that Kerry James Marshall through painting as a narrative, as a historical telling, presented in the form of painting. In this room is the third room of the exhibition, and it's called the Modern Life room, where we have the opportunity to see modern life expressed by Kerry James Marshall. And in this room we see very large paintings, murals paintings that are created by Kerry James Marshall. So I'm going to just give you a little idea to see how big is the paintings in this room, and I think this is the largest room in the exhibition. Yeah, so this is the mural very colorful, very dynamic, and the painting has so many layers. So this is a very big painting. I've never seen any bigger painting like this before, but yeah, we have the opportunity to see Kerry James Marshall big mural, and where we see the aesthetic and his creativity focus on and centered on the black figures. So this, as part of a modern life, is we see barbershop and the dynamic of the black experience while in the barbershop. So yeah, on this room we have very large paintings. So here is also another large paint that are created by Kerry James Marshall. And then in here we see Pastime 1997. That's the title of the painting. So that's another painting as well. I think that is to do with black couple, black love, giving the representation of black experience of love and the dynamic between male and female. So that's this is another paintings as well, focus on black man, black woman, and it is very interesting the way Kerry James Marshall explore and uses a sense of color and the modern life is expressed with on the painting with symbols, and black iconography is narrated here by Kerry James Marshall. So this painting looks at the way that black American experience in America, and let's see the title of this piece. This piece is titled Many Mansions, 1994. So it's a large painting that Kerry James Marshall uses numbers and uses letters and focus on black people. And in this painting we see black males, and on this one as well is we have a couple as well, better homes, better garden. So that's the title of this painting by Kerry James Marshall. Very big painting. If you can see from far, is quite big painted here in the exhibition. So yeah, Kerry James Marshall give us his ability to describe, narrate history, bringing history through painting, and his paintings actually are here for us to see how talented he is. And yeah, that's the largest painting as well here at the Royal Academy of the Arts. This is the middle passage room, James Marshall exhibition, where Kerry James Marshall gives an idea of his representation of the Middle Passage as an African American taken from Africa to the Americas, and the struggle they experience by traveling on the boats. So Kerry James Marshall, here in this exhibition, through painting, he is reimagining and bringing ideas and his own concept on how Middle Passage is depicted through painting. So he did a series of paintings, and in this room we see five large paintings that gives an idea of Middle Passage. So yeah, so this is one of his paintings as well, and this is all focused on Middle Passage and the experience Black Americans and Caribbeans experienced, and the trauma they went through leaving Africa and going to the Americas, and is depicted here in the painting. So his idea of Middle Passage is presented here at the Histories Kerry James Marshall exhibition at the Royal Academy of the Arts. So yeah, so this is another large painting as well, as part of his narrative of the Middle Passage, and his own concept and ideas presented here in the painting, in this room called the Middle Passage. Very interesting way of Kerry James Marshall gives a representation of what is through art the Middle Passage. So this room is called the Pantheon, and in this room gives a representation of the African Americans' resistance, or the Black resistance in the Americas. And in this room, the Pantheons focus on or pays tribute to the slave rebels in America, poets, artists, abolitionists, and activists that fought to maintain and resist their own culture. So we can see here that Kerry James Marshall brings into painting black figures that resisted and focus on black identity in America, and the painting gives its narrative of how strong they fought to maintain their own identity. No, brother. And this is another paintings as well that we see of Kerry James Marshall, and this seems to be an important figure that Kerry James Marshall also presented here at the exhibition. Yeah, this and this seems to be an important painting of Nat Turner, and with the head of his master, and he's carrying some machete in his hand. So you can see the master head on the that Kerry James Marshall conceptualized Nat Turner. And this as well, that's another important painting of Kerry James Marshall, and it's called Still Life with Wedding Portrait 2015. Very beautiful painting by Kerry James Marshall. This is Sifu Moorhead, an African American enslaved that Kerry James Marshall painted. So he was a slave in America, and Kerry James Marshall, through his paintings that focus on the Black history, Kerry James actually validates and brings to life Black slaves or historical figures. He represents them on his paintings. So, and then he's specifically dedicated to Sifu Moorhead, and he's here at the Royal Academy of the Arts for the Kerry James Marshall exhibition, The Histories, that opened in 20th of September 2025, and it goes on up until 18th of September 2026 here in London. This is the Africa Revisit room at the exhibition, Kerry James Marshall, here at the Royal Academy of the Arts, where we see paintings that link between Africa and the African diaspora. So in this room is dedicated to works that Kerry James Marshall conceptualized, and his ideas on the link between the diaspora and Africa. So there's a series of paintings in this room that we can see that brings the understanding and the ideas of Africa in the painting. So he focused on traditional identity and culture of Africa, and in this painting he reimagined Shaka Zulu. So this pay tribute to Shaka Zulu, and this is the ideas of looking at the white queens in Africa, white women that became a queen in Africa through marriage. So, and that is another paintings in Africa. I think it's in Senegal, that looks like Senegal. So Africa Revisited is this painting is White Queen of Africa, Colette, that's her name, and who married Senghor, Leopold Sédar Senghor, in 1957. So yeah, great painting here at the Royal Academy of the Arts in London. So this room is Gulf Stream room of the Histories exhibition by Kerry James Marshall, and this is which one is this one?
Commercial is not allowed. Commercial not allowed.
No. And we got to see this. We got to see this is a boat. It's a boat of made by Kerry James Marshall that depicts the idea of the Black American travel from Africa on the boat. So this is a very special piece of work that, as you can see on this piece, there is a lot of photographs on the black background. So this gives an idea of what the significance and the importance of Black Americans and the experience they had travel on a boat, being displaced from Africa. So and then we've got another one here, which is a couple of people on a boat, 3 people on a boat, and then another person on a small boat. It's a very large painting by Kerry James Marshall, and he gives an aesthetic and a very multi-layered idea and concept that looks at the ocean, the relationship of Black people and the ocean and the sea, and the struggling of traveling on the boat, and the trauma that this created in a group of people in America. This is room number 11 in the exhibition, and it's called Red, Black and Green, and this is the information of the room, which Kerry James Marshall very much influenced by Marcus Garvey and the UNA, and his painting gives a narrative, his own concept and ideas about Black nationalism and the idea of Pan-Africanism presented on a painting. So Kerry James Marshall uses the color red, black and green. So I'm going to show you in this room, which only has 4 paintings, but they're all emphasizing on the color red, black and green as a Black nationalist and the UNA influence, looking at the black star line and the black star, Black people as a star focus of his painting. So this is a beautiful, well-talented painting by Kerry James Marshall, which mainly focus on the color red, black and green. So keeping the culture, that's this painting. And then the next one, we see a black man on the bed, sitting on the bed, naked, with red, black and green flag that he's hiding his private parts. So this one is untitled and is Black Nude, and is 2012. So that one, this one is a black female pose as a nude, as a model, with the black star in the middle, and she's posing looking back, and it's called Black Star number 2. So that's an influence of Kerry James Marshall with the idea of Pan-Africanism and Black nationalism. So he's basically bringing an aesthetic through painting of black ideals in 21st century. So this is another painting as well. It's quite a large painting that says power to the people, and there's a female, and this painting is on the white frame. So, and this painting is called, it was done in 2009 and is entitled, so power to the people is called, and also focus only on the red, black and green colors. So yeah, Kerry James Marshall exhibition here at the Royal Academy of the Arts. The exhibition opened on the 20th of September 2025, and the exhibition will go on up until 18th of January 2025. So yeah, Kerry James Marshall is, I would recommend this exhibition and to give you support on Kerry James Marshall work. This is the Gulf Stream room at the Royal Academy of Arts, Kerry James Marshall exhibition, and this is room number 10, and this is where we see photographs of Kerry James Marshall work. It's presented here on the wall of the exhibition, and we have this as well, which seems to be a boat, but I'm not sure what it is. And then there's another one at the top as well. We see boats. So this is all made with there's some blue light. So it is Kerry James Marshall here at the Royal Academy of Arts, and there is a lady there as well. That's Kerry James Marshall. This is all very historical figures that Kerry James Marshall gives a representation on his work. And then this is African American, the first person from Africa born in America, born in 1624. So William Tucker. Yeah, so he's a man that Kerry James Marshall brings into the exhibition in this Gulf Stream room, where he focuses on the ideas of traveling, boats, sea, and Middle Passage. So very interesting piece that Kerry James Marshall presents here, and seems to be the only photograph throughout the whole exhibition that has different rooms, 11 rooms in total. But Kerry James Marshall is Royal Academy of the Arts, and it opens on the 20th of September 2025, and it goes on until the 18th of January 2025 here in London. This is the room number 8 of the exhibition, and it's called Painting of Modern Life Part 2, here at the Royal Academy of the Arts, where Kerry James Marshall presents his exhibition called The Histories, where he focuses on black figures. He, as a painter, he creates paintings that position people at the center of his work. So this is, in this room, the wall is painted in red, the background wall is red, and in here we see about eight paintings of Kerry James Marshall, and the idea of in this room is represented by his work, his painting that focus on modern life. So this is just a few things that I'm going to show you of Kerry James Marshall on painting of modern life. So this is a very large scale painting that are here at the exhibition. So if you can see, very big canvas painting, and he focused on modern life, and he uses a combination of beautiful colors and to represent the and give value to the idea and concept of black aesthetic in the 21st century. So this is another painting of Kerry James Marshall that focus on the idea of modern life. So this is on a hair salon, and ladies doing their hair, and but if you look close, in the middle of the paint you see a lady with blonde hair that Kerry James Marshall brings into the painting as well. The black beauty, black female bodies, black experience in the salon is presented here on this painting. So yeah, that's another painting of Kerry James Marshall, black couple, and that's another one as well. It's quite a small painting of Kerry James Marshall of male and female, and the whole idea is to represent the modern life, black modern life in painting. So that's a policeman as well, a black man dresses as a policeman. And then in here we see a beautiful painting of a black woman surrounded with 3 balloons, and very beautiful, and gives a really interesting sense of color and the representation in here. And this painting is called Untitled. So this is the description of all the paintings on this wall. But yeah, this beautiful painting. And then in here there's another painting as well of a couple in the park. The impression that I have is the couple in the park. Kerry James Marshall here in London at the Royal Academy of the Arts. The exhibition opened on the 20th of September 2025, and it goes on up until the 20th of January, no, the 18th of January 2026. So yeah, so if you're around London and is interested in art, this is a really highly recommended exhibition, and it's important to support the works of Kerry James Marshall.